Hello everybody, I'm here for day 20 of Watercolor Month. And this is my reference photo. It's a lily, which comes in various colors. Okay, so let's see what I'm going to do first. I think maybe I'm gonna see if I can get this pen to write and sketch out this, loosely sketch out this flower. It's just a small part of a petal. And this one is kind of curled up. And this one is curled over. Trying to see how they come together here at the bottom. I kind of messed up the drawing and I left out a petal. That's the problem. When I was growing up as a kid, my mother had a green thumb, and I did not inherit that. But she had a bank at our house. There was a fairly large area on the bank in front of our house, and it was covered in daylilies. And she had flock going up the driveway, and roses, and she could grow anything. I think I mentioned when I was doing my lilac that we had a large lilac bush. Okay, and there's a bud that's coming up this way. Move that out of the way. It's closed up completely, and there's like what appears to be two petals. I'm sure there's more. There's a stem down here from that, and a leaf, which I can only see part of. And I've got a stem here for the flower, and a leaf that is partially hidden. Okay, I think that's enough for me to get started now. All right, so I've got several brushes out here, and I think I'm gonna start with this 6. I got clean water because I definitely don't want to do pink with dirty water. I had like green water, it would have not been pretty. So most everything is going to start out with this light pink. Yeah, that's pink. I started to say I thought that was my bud, but it isn't. It's right there. It's green. I'm going to just start out by doing a light kind of wash for the whole thing. And then I'll go back and add some detail that hopefully will separate the leaves, and yeah, it will look nice. It's what you always hope for, that it will look nice, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. Not every flower in this book is going to be not going to be a wonderful painting. In fact, probably none of them are going to be wonderful because it's small and done in a hurry and, faster than I would do if I were trying to paint something for someone, even for myself if I were going to hang it on the wall. Okay, so while that's drying, see if we can get some green here. The bud has some yellow in it, so I may start out by doing that color, and then I'll go back and maybe add some darker. The leaves are darker, but I'm going to put this down first. It's a green gold. Okay. Let's see if I can get some darker color in here. Not too dark. Still wet. That's actually a bud too. That's just not opened up yet, in a different stage than the one that's green. Too wet for me to do what I'm trying to do. Up some of this water here. I keep going back to my palette, I'm thinking I need a darker color, but for right now, we'll stick with this. Some of these are a dusty sort of pink, which I'm not doing. I don't have that color. I'd have to mix colors, but not that I can't do that. It just I'll try to mix some of this dirty palette I've got over here. Let's see how this is going to look. It's pretty close to the color. Do something with the green. Try this. gonna get a pencil, I think. I did not pull one out when I started, so let's see what I can find. Something that's pink. Well, it says it's pink. This is the one I used the other day that it looks almost coral, but make sure that the petals stand out. You can tell the difference in between them so that they don't look like they're just running together. Maybe I'll get a green also. I tend to gravitate toward the olive greens. Pardon me, that my case just fell on the floor. Let's see. Maybe I'll see what happens if I try to blend out this pencil mark. Try it one more time, then I'm gonna add a little bit of white. This leaf, the green really bled into it. a few splatters with the pink, and maybe a few splatters with the green, if I can get it wet enough. Try it one more time. I'll put the top on this white before it dries up or I knock it over. This free was a rub-on, and after I got it ready to put down, it fell on my, it's where it landed. It was not free. I paid for that, but it reminds me to be more careful when I'm using rub-ons. I need to get my reference photo back. It disappeared on me. It's white. I think they're called stamen. Let's see if I've got it. Something that's white. This is like a silver or something. Maybe I'll look for a pencil. It's not really working. Got a dip in here. Let me see what happens if I do that. I can see 3 of them, but, well, maybe it's 4. I need to dry that again, because it has black tips on it. I'm going to use my Stabilo because it's got a crooked point there. think it's raining again. So I think that's probably gonna do it. This is day 20 of Watercolor Watercolor Month. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again tomorrow.